Berated B-rated movies. Welcome to Berated B-rated movies, where B-rated isn't a bad word. I'm Anthony, and today I have with me Matt from what's the name of your podcast again?
Among the Shadows.
Among the Shadows. Yeah, I knew it was starting with an A. Yeah, thank you for being here.
For having me.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your podcast.
Yeah, podcast basically was started with the premise of anything supernatural or paranormal. So ghosts, UFOs, anything cryptids, all that type of stuff is our goal, is just to bring more knowledge about it and learning it ourselves about anything paranormal.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, because I listened to the second episode.
Okay.
And it was really interesting because it's very very deep, very cultural, very. I mean, it's not like, because normally when I think about these cryptid things, it's like, you know, like the Bigfoot trophy hunt or like you know, something ridiculous. But this was very like ingrained and very like real. It was really cool.
I appreciate. Yeah, he's got my friend D. Simone. He does have a lot of personal stories, especially with his family, and I mean, he has tons more that we have to get work on and put out in other episodes.
Yeah. So, where can people find your podcast?
They can go on the website amongtheshadowspodcast.com, and then it has all the social media links, and it's on like Spotify. It's on the RSS feed, so just anywhere it's linked out to all of them. Basically, I think where you can get a podcast, you can find it.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, normally we kind of like, before we jump into all the movie stuff, we just talk about our week or whatever. So, how's your week been?
Pretty good so far. I was on vacation last week, a staycation, stood home, so I didn't go anywhere. So it's my first week back at work. So,
oh yeah, that's the rough one.
Yeah, usually take the first day off, but it's been pretty quiet the past couple of weeks. So
nice. Yeah. I mean, this is like right up to Halloween, so we kind of like me and my wife and my son did our family costume thing. So we kind of let our son decide like what the costume is,
because it's like a theme.
Yeah, like we theme. Yeah. Last year it was the Hulks, and he was Hulk, and then my wife was Red Hulk, and then I was Hulk Hogan because, she was She-Hulk because I couldn't find Red Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Because I really wanted that one. I didn't want to be just another Hulk.
Right. You guys bought the costumes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's and this year cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Like this year is Killer Clowns.
Oh wow. Okay. He's not scared of clowns.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely not. He's absolutely not terrified of clowns. He loves the Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Classic movie.
Yeah, it's that movie is. I think I've watched it 16 times now in this last month.
Really? Wow.
I have it memorized.
This year, there was a big push, like in all the Halloween stores. I seen a lot of advertisements for that's the Killer Clown stuff, or Attack of the Killer Clowns.
I think what this year was, because the Funko Pops, Spirit Halloween is doing an exclusive pop with Shorty coming out of the pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until I was watching some guy's YouTube video. This guy that just goes around and buys Funko Pops, and he was talking about it.
Wow. When is it coming out?
Oh, it's out now. It's like the one of the larger Funko Pops. So it's like a big piece. It's like $50.
Okay. Wow. They didn't sell out?
I don't think so.
Okay. I know sometimes those come out and they sell out, and then the price jumps up on eBay. You go find one for like $200.
Yeah. I know that happens with like the sodas and stuff like that.
with the names on them.
But when they're like, yeah, like the because I'm just learning about all this because my son is now obsessed with Funko Pops.
Okay.
And it's like they have the Funko Pops and they have the Funko Soda, which is it tells you what characters inside the soda, but you don't know if you're getting the regular or the chase, and the chase is like shiny or it's like glows in the dark or it's like special or something, or
Oh
it has
wow.
like a different colored hat.
Wow. And they think of everything.
Yeah.
I had no idea
It's a
they had
lot.
those. Okay.
It's so much.
I have to ask my kid, yeah, because I know he has a bunch of those different varying, like the big ones, like you were saying, like Mandalorian. He's got a giant one. So I don't know if he knows about the sodas yet. I'll have to
Yeah,
check that
they're
out.
like I looked them up because I was like that would be cool, and then they're like $15. So I was like,
So it's like,
not that cool.
no, it
For
adds up.
little like 4-inch figure.
Oh, they're super. Okay.
They're tiny.
Oh wow.
I think they're like the size of like the original GI Joes.
Okay, that's pretty small. Hmm.
Yeah. So tell me about your like kind of your interest in horror. Like what drew you to horror?
Well, growing up, we had like one TV for the longest in the house. So whatever my parents were watching when they were up, especially my dad, we had to watch. So as a young kid, I watched a lot of adult movies, like rated R films and stuff with them, like Terminator and all those. So I think Michael or Halloween was one of the first ones I remember seeing as a kid. And then that just got me into like I got to see more. And there was a video store not too far from us, and they had like a huge selection of horror films. And any chance I got to go there, whatever horror movie it was, I would just go there and rent them. And whether it was a good film, well known, or if it was like a bad flick, or I just watched them. And then I used to collect like VHS tapes at the time. No matter what the horror movie was, if I never seen it, I would just buy it just to have it. So
Yeah.
I've seen tons of them, the best and the worst, probably.
Yeah, which that's the thing is like the golden age of VHS. Literally anything could come out on VHS.
Right.
It was like that story wasn't really, or that idea wasn't really driven home to me until I was reading the Lloyd Kaufman book, Make Your Own Damn Movie.
Okay.
And he's got the forewords by there's James Gunn did a foreword for that because apparently he was like an intern at Troma
Huh.
for years.
Wow.
Yeah, and the other one was was Matt Stone, the South Park guy, and
Sounds fun.
like they were what was it? They had decided to do Cannibal the musical.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
I didn't
it's
see
like
that.
super low budget. It's like back in '93. Um, I think he says in his foreword the movie was so bad that the only film festival that would accept his movie was run by his aunt.
Really? Wow. I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah,
93.
and he like basically like gave his movie to a bunch of different film companies to kind of like see who would distribute his stuff or his movie, and the only one that really answered was Lloyd Kaufman.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was like Lloyd Kaufman met them at their apartment. They go across the street to the Taco Bell, and he what is it? He offers or he's paying, and Lloyd Kaufman basically jumps in and basically gets Matt Stone and Trey Parker to pay for his food, and then orders extra guacamole.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and
funny.
uh, and then he sits them down and he's like, I'm gonna make your movie look good. It's like I'm gonna spend money on marketing. I'm gonna spend money on VHS covers, and and get this out in video stores. He's like, but you're not gonna see a dime for 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, like he straight up tells them that. He tells them that they like, because we have to make all this money back that I'm going to spend on your movie before you see a dime on it.
Man. And that was 93, right?
Yeah, that was like 93. It's like, because half the stuff out there, it was a flooded market for VHS.
Right. Definitely.
Because I worked at the video store, and that horror section, I worked at not Blockbuster. I worked at Hollywood Video.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and like the horror section was just like crazy, packed with everything that I've never heard of, but
Right.
always secretly wanted to watch.
Wow. I used to remember like Dark Shadows would take up, that was like the largest section.
Oh my god.
There would be like
Yeah.
3 things on the wall.
We were missing volumes of Dark Shadows because they refused to replace it. Just for like
Really?
the simple fact that nobody watched it. It just sat there.
Because it was just a drama, like a soap opera, right?
Hmm.
That's how it was on TV.
Yeah, it was a soap opera.
Yeah, I never watched it. It wasn't my
I
thing,
don't,
but that was like
don't
one thing I
think I
didn't
ever
watch.
watched it.
No.
I think back then I was still a little more mainstream, so I think the most independent I ever got was like maybe Wishmaster,
Oh, wow. That's been a long
which,
time since I've seen that.
yeah.
Wow. Do you remember how much it used to cost? Like, what was the fee if someone didn't return? Do you remember? Like the tape?
When I started, wow, this is way back. Okay. I gotta go back in my memories. I think it was like 99 cents a day. And then, well, okay, at first, if you were a day late, you had to pay the full late fee, so you might as well just keep it. And that's what people were doing.
Okay.
So then they switched to the 99 cents a day. And uh, I think it got to the point that like we would have like late fees build up, and then we'd have to like call people. If they didn't answer, we'd have to charge people, because it was like a corporate policy. And then what was it like? I think this like my boss gave it for me to do, and I'm just like a shift manager. And this lady just like comes storming in. She's like, "Why did I get charged $60 on my credit card?"
I figured it had to be a pretty ridiculous amount
But
for the
hers was
tape.
like, "I didn't return the movie."
Wow. I
Yeah.
remember waiting at like especially if it was a new release, they would all be out, and like me and my dad, we'd stand by the door at box office and then waiting as people were dropping it on the little slide. They're coming in like, could you check it? Is that it? If it was the movie we were looking for.
Oh yeah.
That was a regular thing sometimes. We got to wait over here because someone's going to bring it back.
But yeah, because we would get like, I want to say we'd get like, if it was the guaranteed in stock, the nationwide, we'd get 50 to 100 copies of that. Because
Oh, wow.
otherwise we'd have to give a free video, and they didn't like to give anything for free.
Right.
But if it's like regionally, like this movie is never going to sell here, it's like we get 3 copies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Which I was kind of thinking about all that because last week we did like a concept. There was like this concept 2-part film thing.
Mhm.
It's called the Third Saturday in October Part 5 and the Third Saturday in October Part 1. And basically, it's like you're supposed to watch them backwards because it's supposed to feel like going to the video store and you can't find the one you're looking for, so you just skip ahead,
Oh,
kind of
okay.
thing. Yeah.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah, it was like a really cool concept. It's like a kind of like a throwback to like, it feels very Halloweenish
Okay.
in the way it comes out.
Wow. Yeah, I hadn't heard that before.
But yeah, we've run into a couple of those where people have come out with like specific orders that you're supposed to watch things. And like one time we got a screener and I watched them backwards
Okay.
and I was just lost.
Wow.
But yeah, it was like I won't say the name, but like basically like this movie just it's basically like a lost film in the 70s,
Hmm.
and the movie just stops.
Like
And I was like,
on
what?
purpose.
Yeah, like this is on purpose. And then there's a documentary about the movie, but apparently you're supposed to watch the documentary before you watch the movie. And I didn't realize that until afterwards, and I had to kind of like tell the director. I was like, I watched your movies backwards, and it really threw me off.
Wow, it was in the 70s.
Well, it's like a fake 70s film.
Oh, okay, okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha. Hmm. All right.
But so I told you the title for the movie. Did you do any kind of like check out a trailer or anything on this
No, I
one?
just want to go into it just to see your
Awesome.
first reaction. Yeah, no.
I love your instinct. Sometimes we've had in the past that people who over research, and it kind of like messed with the flow, because we love the I don't know here at Berated.
Right. That's why I kind of thought. I thought maybe should I look it up a little bit? I'm like, nah. Like I'd rather go in just not knowing.
Wait, I did a little bit, I
Okay.
kind of broke my rule a little bit. I did a little bit of research. Basically, this is the Halloween 4 director Dwight Little directed this movie. Natty Knocks is the name of it, and it stars Danielle Harris, who was Jamie Lloyd in Halloween's 4 and 5,
Okay.
the surrogate Jamie.
Right.
And then it's got Bill Moseley, which everybody knows him as Chop Top, but
Okay. Right.
like he's got that signature voice. I always complain there's not enough Chop Top in most movies.
I think you need a little chop top.
And then Robert Englund is in this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. He's done doing Nightmare, right? I think he
Yeah, I think
said
I read that. Yeah.
he
He
suggested Brad Pitt. I thought
I
or something.
read that somewhere that he said he wouldn't play Freddy anymore because he could do like one take of a stunt and then he's done,
Okay.
because he's just getting old.
Understandable. He's done it for so long.
Which, I mean, I get
That's
it,
what he's
because
known
like
for.
a lot of the stuff that he did, and I mean the first, because it's like I think I've watched the Nightmares recently. I didn't watch those when I was a kid.
Mm.
I watched Friday. I was in the Friday camp,
Okay.
and like I watched the Nightmares recently, and those are physically demanding things, like all the prosthetics and all the fights that he was in. I mean, they were pretty elaborate.
When's the first time you remember seeing him? Then you weren't a kid,
Um,
right?
I think I maybe saw a piece of one when I was a kid, but I never actually watched it all the way through. Maybe a month and a half ago,
Oh, okay.
and I've watched the first 7, and I've seen Freddy versus Jason, but that was a while ago. I watched that.
Okay. What's the other one? Or you know, it wasn't. I think it was Kevin Bacon. There was some article I remember reading recently. I think you had mentioned Kevin Bacon could play him or reprise the role or
That would work.
another one.
I'd watch that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would definitely work. That would I don't know if I remember reading that anywhere, but now that I think about it, that would work. I think he could do bad guy very well.
Yes. Yeah. There was that one recently. It wasn't a horror film. He was like a dirty cop. Maybe those kids got in the car. I think it was a cop
Oh,
car, something like that. They were like in a field, and he was chasing them down. But that was a pretty good movie. Can't think of the title.
I gotta check that out then. Yeah, I like Kevin Bacon stuff. I mean, we were gonna do they them for the podcast, but I mean, like the way we joke around, I was like we're gonna, because I know it's a sensitive topic, and people feel the way they feel, and they're certainly allowed to. But like the way we joke around, I was like, somebody's going to take it the wrong way
Oh,
if
okay.
we try to touch that movie, and because I just know our humor.
Right. Which one is they?
That is it's a Blumhouse one. It came out during the pandemic. It was what is it? Kevin Bacon runs a conversion camp, and it's a like I was even reading the synopsis on it, and I was like, this doesn't feel like this is any part of reality, because it's like a non-religious, non-denominational conversion camp.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this is some sort of fantasy here.
Right. That's interesting. I'll check that one out for. Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I think that was just Blumhouse trying to like skirt the line, because I know that like that's the thing is they did that one, and then they did the movie The Hunt. It's like where the what is it? All the liberals are chasing the conservative people and trying to kill them. Like I
Really?
just kind of feel like if it's horror, you're allowed to piss people off.
Right. It's kind of like comedy, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's got to be a little bit of line crossing that's allowed. That at a certain point, where we're in the satire part, we're not in, we're not making a drama, we're not making real life.
Exactly.
But yeah, and it's one of those things where, like, I just feel like they played it way too safe. It's like you should tell the truth. You should take it all the way, and and just go that far, because it's like because that is one of those movies, a lot like like if Terrifier had been afraid to push, it would have been a really weak movie.
For sure. Definitely. There's 3 of those, right?
2 of those. The third one is next year.
Is there one that's he's in, but it's not?
Oh yeah. All Hallows Eve, we did that
Oh,
one.
okay. Is there he was a painting or something?
Well, yeah, he's in a painting in one part. I mean, it's basically like, the best way I could describe it, it's kind of like putting art in a sandbox and seeing where he works.
Okay. I know I've seen it, but I don't recall.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah. Anytime that's the thing. Sometimes there'll be so like Terrifier. Like my parents had seen, like you got to watch it, and then I want to watch it, but there's like so many old films. I'll just watch an old one. I'll go like I watch like House on the Haunted Hill or House with Vincent Price.
Oh yeah, that was a great
I
movie.
watched that one again, and I was watching a bunch of with like Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing films.
Love
70
those movies.
Skull. So yeah, there's a
The
ton on Tubi.
What was it? The Vincent Price that creeped me out as a kid, and I haven't watched it since, was The Fall of the House of Usher.
Okay, that's a good one. Is it? That's
Yeah,
a
which
Allan Poe
yeah, that's an Edgar Allan
based,
Poe.
based
Yeah,
off it.
yeah, that one was like I enjoyed that one a lot. It just like it was creepy. It was unsettling. I mean, I don't know if it would still be today, and I know Netflix just did a remake of it as a TV show.
Okay, yeah, it's like a little mini series.
Yeah, it's like 8 episodes or something.
Okay, yeah, they
And
were talking about it at work. But
yeah, like I didn't want to watch the Netflix one, because I'm just like afraid they're gonna like take out all the controversial stuff that was like in the original, because I feel like that's what made it good.
right,
Because it's like that's one thing I think I've said it to other people, where it's like good bad, if you make me feel something, that's the goal.
right.
Like, you make me feel absolutely uncomfortable, congratulations,
You
you
want
you win.
mission accomplished.
Yeah, like if you make me feel like infuriatingly angry, because like uh like what movie was it? There's this movie on Tubi, Layer of the Killer Clowns.
Okay,
Um the movie is almost good. It's so close. It masters atmosphere, and then there's seemingly points where nothing is happening, and then they do this like big build like 50 minutes in, and then you get to a point and you're like, okay, something's gonna happen. This is the point. This is it. Like, and then they have a conversation and like
Nothing.
nothing happens, and I was like so mad.
Wow. Would it be anticlimactic? Climatic?
It, well, I mean, it was almost anticlimactic. But yeah, it was like it. But I like even in that case, I feel like that was good because it did something. You made me feel something, even that if that feeling is
What's
absolute rage.
right? What is it called?
Layer of the what is it? Hold on, I think it's Layer of the Killer Clowns.
Okay, I'll for sure watch that.
Yeah, it's it's Layer of the Killer Clowns.
Is okay.
Which I was watching it because we had talked to Drew Marvick, who was in that movie. So I was trying to get like a good amount of movies to talk to him about. And that was just one of those. And like he's in that, he's great. He has mastered the art of like strange, ridiculous horror. I mean, like that's all I'll say about his part because you should probably go in blind on that. Like, he's later in the movie.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah. All right. You want to take a break here and then jump into the movie?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, we'll be back with the beginning of what are we watching tonight? Natty Knocks. All right, and we're back with the beginning of I keep forgetting this name. Natty Knocks. It's 2 words and I can't remember the name. So we're in October or All Hallows Eve 1976. This feels very like this feels a little Halloweenish with like
I was gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, it's like the houses and like the just like the title cards. So now we have 2 people having sex on a very, very rickety bed.
Oh no!
With the kid underneath the bed.
Wow.
And now, is this like the entire town is like in their house?
Bring the witch.
So apparently this lady is a witch because she likes to have sex.
The kid's under the bed.
With the kid under the bed. So they're dragging her down the stairs. Very, very, very rough. Wow, we're outside already. That was quick. So, okay. So now I'm assuming this is Natty.
Okay, so this is how it starts. The
Yeah,
legend.
that's Natty. So they put her in this like they say they're gonna burn her, and now they put her in this like this old shed. Okay, so this whole interrogation technique here, I don't know about you, but when I'm looking for the book, Wouldn't I get the book first before I put you in the burning building?
Right. Oh,
Oh, geez, she is the witch. She looked like one of the like the insane clown posse.
I was gonna say that or Sting. I was thinking wrestler.
Just need a fungo bat. Now we're in the day before All Hallows Eve, 2023, and this kid is testing his pitching skills with the dirtiest baseballs I've ever seen.
From the 70s.
Yeah,
They were from the house.
and here comes. Oh, that's Danielle Harris and a high school girl.
Oh,
So this is a brother and sister, I'm assuming.
I think so.
The sister has made a mask of Natty. And the brother is trying to hit on the high school girl, even though she's obviously saying no. We got an A for effort there.
That was a painting.
So we get the I am a busy single mom, but I will make time for you, I promise speech. Did your microphone cut out?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was coming in a little low.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh, yeah. So she made the mask to show her dad.
Check out this
That
creepy
feels like
mask.
it's very creepy. Yeah, like it's a weird thing for your dad to be proud of. Like, oh, you made this creepy mask of this lady that died 30 years ago. So okay, so the brother is Robbie. Oh, so he was using his friend's phone to try to text. Britt is the girl, the older girl, the older high
Ah,
school girl.
okay.
But he couldn't text because it's one of those burner phones. It's like the pay as you go, and it was out of minutes. Now,
Oh,
oh, okay, so they're trying to sneak off, but she's being the bratty little sister, and she's gonna like, be like, "I'm gonna tell unless you let me go with you."
right. Huh.
That bridge looks. So they're riding their bikes across a bridge, but this bridge looks an awful lot like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 bridge.
Yes.
Like one of those like big metal bridges with the concrete floor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Texas Chainsaw.
So now they're like concocting a plan to make enough money so he can pay his phone bill and the other guy and Robbie gets enough money and gets the rest of the money. They're gonna steal copper. Which okay, like I know, like that. It's just it sounds insane because that sounds like something like a drug addict would do, not a
Exactly.
teenager.
No. Like I'm sure they can afford it, considering the house and
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure all you got to do is ask,
right.
and you're just gonna get like a a slightly pissed off attitude, and they're gonna hand you $60. So they have that's supposed to be Natty behind them, right? That's like on a cross,
I think so.
but she burned in a building.
Yeah, I don't know. They put it on a cross.
I guess maybe like it's just because you don't want it to keep falling down while you're driving. So so Robbie, his sister, and the other guy are at the house with the copper wire that is literally 5 feet away. Like, okay, so the sister's gonna get mad at her brother for swearing, but you're about to steal copper. And that's pretty funny though. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna go. Oh, so they are gonna go ding dong ditch.
There's nobody in the house.
Yeah, he's out back, but he's gonna come answer the door.
Someone's ringing the doorbell.
I don't think he's gonna ring the doorbell.
That's a ring doorbell.
He's got. It's okay. So this is supposed to be like a haunted house they're building. Basically, they're taking the old house from like Natty Knox's house and turning it into a haunted house.
Okay.
So somebody probably lives here if they have a ring doorbell.
Why wouldn't he just walk around?
No, he's gonna go get the spools of copper. I don't know how much money you get for that because I've never actually tried to sell copper to somebody to try to make money.
You can get some good money for copper.
I mean, I figure you can. I mean, I saw it in a movie once. So it was that movie. What's the name of it? It's Jesus' Son. I don't know if you
Oh,
ever watched that one. It's an early 2000s
no.
one.
I know what you're talking about, but I had never seen it. Yeah, like abandoned houses, they'll go and take like the water heaters.
But yeah, like they were
Crap.
in that movie, they literally pulled the copper out of the walls because it was his ex, or it was his the house his ex-wife was staying in, and they were about to divorce.
Oh, wow.
So they all ran away, and they're doing their little like post heist commiseration. Oh my god! So now this is turning into like crazy psychotic dare day. They're gonna go natty knock somebody, which I don't know what that means yet. They're gonna knock 9 times.
Set the house on fire.
That would make more sense than knocking 9 times. I mean, I don't
Right.
know where the 9 times comes from. Really? So he agrees, but then he's like, if I get caught, I'm gonna kick your ass. It's really like you're the doofus that agreed to do this. Just tell him to kiss your ass.
I hope they explain the 9 times.
Yeah, they haven't explained the 9 times thing yet. We've just like literally saw her get burned, and then like people start talking about Natty Knocks 9 times. So he walks up to this house, but he's spending way too much time up there. Just knock already.
I think that was 7.
He told him one more, and he like just did it, and now they're standing there. Oh geez, and that's Bill Moseley.
Oh, okay.
Bill Moseley is whooping the shit out of some lady.
With gloves on.
So he comes out, stares for a minute, and goes back in.
Was he wearing makeup?
Yeah, it looked like he had like mascara on, or like he's like trying to be Batman. So they run away, but Bill Moseley sees them. Which, okay, this really is kind of like a public service announcement. This is why we don't take dares from our friends, no matter how many times they call you a chicken.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. It's not worth it. So Bill Moseley has just dragged. I don't know. He drug off this lady with some Skechers shape ups on and some mom jeans,
Yeah.
and
then,
now we're under the overpass with like the best graffiti I've ever seen in my life.
who's Spec?
It's artful yet still illegal.
Illegal.
It's like a Banksy.
There's a payphone?
I know. This is 2023, right?
Yeah.
They still exist?
I've only seen one recently.
Yeah, like where town did they go to find a payphone? Because it's not like any movie on a budget like this is going to have we'll pay for you to put in the payphone money.
Right.
like
It's that small town like, hey, we never took ours out.
yeah, like I've heard of big budget movies where they actually like moved buildings around and stuff just for a movie, or like took out what is it the outside lights so it
Oh,
could look like 1800s or 1900s or whatever.
really?
Yeah,
Pretty expensive.
but that was like a big budget movie, like millions of dollars.
Okay.
Now we have this is the older high school girl. This is Britt
Okay.
with her boyfriend, I'm assuming. So were they having like I caught a little bit of that dialogue. Were they having like a weird couple fight where he feels like he's not getting enough affection?
It seemed like that's what was going on. Her babysitting job was more important
than his sex life?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's a high school boy. Okay, that tracks. But then she answers the phone in the middle of their argument. Oh, it was from the family that she was babysitting for.
Okay.
Now we're back at Bill Moseley's old dilapidated house. And he's like dryly putting on makeup. He's got this girl tied up now. Damn.
Souvenir.
And yeah, so he just like clipped off a piece of her hair. Either she is like dead to the world, knocked out, or she's dead.
Her head
Because
did.
no woman is going to let you cut her hair. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Said her head did hit the steps a few times.
Oh yeah. So now, so this is the mom, Danielle Harris. She's having like a fight with, or there was like a. Oh, okay. So the babysitter sees her having a fight with somebody in the house that I'm assuming she's trying to sell. So the boyfriend is getting like super aggro, and he's gonna like it, what I got from that, he's gonna go in and try to solve this problem. Okay,
I got this.
yeah.
The fixer.
I mean, you might be strong, but like that guy's got the height advantage on you,
Yeah.
and that guy's not out of shape. Oh, it was at their house. Okay,
So was that the dad? Maybe.
maybe.
They should have like Strode Real Estate from Halloween on the side.
That's right. I completely forgot that like Laurie Strode's father was a real estate agent.
Yeah.
That is a nice little Easter egg here. So, we're in Fillmore. So this is the glamour model for 3 Eyewitness News, because she's like got the blowout and the nice makeup.
Where's he at?
And now we're back at what I'm assuming is Bill Moseley's house. And we're gonna watch some homemade smut films.
Looks like it.
Jeez, what is this, like Night of the Demons?
Yeah. Or was it the Misfits?
Yeah, they look like they're like about to go play a show or something, or like worship the devil. So he puts it on so he can cover his eyes,
It's too much for him.
even though he's literally the only person in the room. So now the little sister has had a nightmare. Oh, so all these kids live together then.
Yeah.
Okay. How did I not catch that in the beginning?
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, there wasn't really like a clear distinction made about like who has what family ties.
That was only 3.
So now that was 3 knocks, right? Okay. So now we're just gonna count knocks, and that's how we know who the bad guy is.
Right. 6 more. We're out of here.
What is he? He's got to be like, I have to knock 9 times, otherwise I can't go in and murder them. The devil won't let me do it. that four more?
That was 3 more, so that's 6.
Six. We're at six. Okay. Now, the mom. Oh, it's the police officer. He's responding to a domestic disturbance call. So I don't know who they're advertising here because we have Ring and then we have Chime. But that is very realistic. Not everybody's going to have the same thing.
Right.
But Amazon owns them both.
Yes. So that was the husband that was at the house.
Oh, okay. That was the husband. So they're
That
having
like it was a while ago that they're showing up now for the domestic.
I know. This is like, what, how many hours later? Like, what, how many fucking stray cats can you get out of the trees that you can't answer this phone call?
Small town, big problems.
Yeah. Maybe this is the same town where the attack of the killer donuts happened, and they had to stop that before they could handle the domestic violence call.
That was something, that movie.
Oh yeah.
Was that Michael?
I love that movie.
The Outsiders. He was the cop. I always forget his name. Pony Boy.
Oh yeah. So now, he's watching what looks like a short film sizzle reel of Firestarter.
Yeah.
Oh. And the lady's talking right to him. So now the babysitter is getting it on in the truck bed, or in the front of the truck with her boyfriend. But she's a good girl, so we're only gonna get like 3 seconds of make out.
Yeah.
See, I know this might anger people, but I like this whole scene reminds me of that joke. It's like I don't know if you watch a lot of Daniel Tosh.
Oh yeah.
But like there's that joke from his first stand-up that he probably never ever does again. But he's like, if no meant no, every man would die a virgin. It means try the nipples and the neck and try back again in 5 minutes.
I have to look that one up. I'm surprised he wouldn't do it again.
I mean, I don't know if he does or not, but like, I'm just like, I don't know if that one works today.
Right, cancel culture.
I am not advocating for sexual assault. No. I will say that. Right. Just a funny joke. But so we're done with our front of the truck makeout session. And she's gonna go. I don't know where she's going. I haven't been paying attention to that part.
She's gonna walk home now.
I guess. Like, well, you can't drop her off after you suck on her neck. Not gonna walk her to her door.
Right.
So she's at her house?
Maybe.
That apparently has no outside lights.
But it has an outside sink.
It has an outside sink with no outside lights. This is the darkest house on the planet. There's like one light and it like shines like it's coming off, like you could just see it from space. So she fumbles with her keys, gets inside, and our favorite juggalo, Bill Moseley, is watching her undress. Which I think, okay, so speaking of like the Insane Clown Posse makeup, I had to explain to my dad today just how insane the whole insane clown posse thing is. Because this is a true story. I had a roommate when I was in the military,
Mhm.
and there's one night I came home from like drinking a lot, and I'm playing video games, and he had been drinking, and he proceeds to explain to me because he's in like a believer in the insane clown posse religion,
Mm.
which I did not know that was a thing.
He had the
And he
tattoos
was
and everything.
yeah, like they get the tattoos, and he's like, then there's this album called The Great Malenko, and The Great Malenko is this, and it's like, at that point, I'm like, I am not listening anymore, and I really don't want to talk about this because this is
Right.
insane.
He's like, yeah, I'm an ICP.
Yeah, it's cool, cool.
Actually, they got classified as like an actual gang
Really,
because they meet the standards of like they dress the same. You know, they hang out. Certain people committing crimes. They have tattoos, matching tattoos. There's like 5 points you have to match to meet, or three of the
really.
5 points.
So now we're meeting Robbie's parents, and they have so much wood paneling, like the most amount of wood paneling that you can have in one house. Unless you just put some wood paneling backsplash to go with your wood cabinets and your wood walls
They got a stainless steel fridge.
and a stainless steel fridge. Like nothing goes together in this house.
No,
I wonder if that's supposed to be like they're the poor family
I think
because
so.
they
I
live in the old crappy house.
think so.
That takes a little bit of decoding because it's kind of like it's not very clear. Oh, so
Huh?
his dad is helping him sell the copper. No, he's gonna sell the copper to his dad
Yeah, that's
for $25. Jeez,
getting over on his kid.
fucked up. That's not $25. That's like two fives.
That's what it looked like.
Like maybe he didn't. I mean, maybe he never taught him how to count. So he's like, "This is $25.
All right, trust you.
It's it's two fives." So now Robbie sees the missing poster for this blonde girl that we've never met.
Right, Kinsley, 5,000.
I was trying to like she looks similar to somebody else in the movie, but I'm like, that's definitely not them.
No,
So now we're at high school, I'm assuming, because this is like a really nice building.
did we miss this part with
Yeah,
the
like
locker
I
room?
just feel like I have no clue
I don't
what.
remember saying anything about someone missing.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever heard about anybody going missing, and they're acting like this is a major plot line. I would think there would be at least some type of like connecting scene for that. So now they're gonna go investigate this missing girl that we are just now hearing about on his on his mom's realtor software that he knows the password to apparently. Because I'm pretty sure you need like a code and a password or something because you have to have a license for that.
Right, she probably saved her credentials.
Yeah. So they looked up House. Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to tell you. And now he looks at the paper, grabs a dirty baseball, and goes off on his bike. Okay. So we just realized that the girl that Bill Moseley has captured is the girl from the missing poster.
Completely missed that.
Yeah. I feel like it's easy to miss that one.
Yeah.
So now Bill Moseley is watching more of his clown murder films. This feels like this is like a directed movie because there's like angles and like camera shots and lighting.
They take their snuff film seriously.
They do. They hired the Coen brothers to do their stuff.
He didn't close his eyes this time. Or put
No,
his
he
hands over
didn't.
his eyes.
And he is drinking. Is that a handle?
Yes. Oh, there's the
That's
ball.
a large bottle of alcohol. And okay, yeah. So the baseball was to send a message. You know what I want to do? I want to piss off the town serial killer, so he'll try to kill me because he saw me earlier today. Because this is a great idea because I'm a teenager. We know what you did.
Last summer.
I still know what you did last summer.
Oh, how convenient.
So now we're back at school. So Robbie is overly concerned about this girl. And the brother pulls a bunch of baseballs out of his locker they just fall out with initials on them.
Yep. They're going to dust them for prints.
So Bill Moseley worked for the police department. And he's a kidnapper and a murderer. That's wow. Okay. That's a lot.
Jack of all trades.
He pulls the perfect print off of this curved surface. I want his manual dexterity and his ability to keep his hands that still for that long. So now the brother is going to his realtor mom's office to go to her. That's her desk. It's like a fucking breakfast nook.
It's a
Oh,
small
okay.
operation.
It looks bigger now. In the first shot, it looked like you could fit like a breakfast plate on that desk.
About it.
Oh, so he's looking up this house. 715 Atkinson.
Oh, there he is.
And there's Freddie. Robert Englund does creepy so well, and he doesn't
Yeah,
have to do much.
no, he's like just naturally creepy.
I think he's just mastered the art of like peering from around a corner. Oh, you need something? Let me stop for you a second and ask you a few questions that make no sense so I can keep you completely uncomfortable. Oh, okay, okay. So the sale fell through because she didn't disclose that Natty Knocks was murdered in that house. And you have to, I think there's state laws that require you to disclose if a murder happened in a house, right?
I believe so. Yep. Or if it was buried
Okay.
or burial grounds underneath poltergeist.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, like that took a little bit of decoding, but I think that's what he's trying to say. And now we're going to get our backstory. Okay. So she had Christian, like super fundamentalist Christian parents, but she didn't want to be like them, so she took off for LA. Oh.
Oh, so
So
those are the ones
she,
he's watching.
yeah, so she starred in drive-in films. So basically, like, if I'm tracking what he's saying, basically, like these drive-in films back, you talk like 60s, 70s, were like akin to like legal porn.
Okay.
Because when you talk about the directors that would make 60s and 70s horror films, um, they were the same directors that would shoot porn and would also do off Broadway.
Oh, really?
It's really weird. Like there's the guy, like there's this movie. It's called Blood Sucking Freaks. It's
Okay.
a trauma film. You might know it, yeah. The guy that directed that, like he did off Broadway and he shot porn. So you watch horror films back then, it's like nudity galore. Like it's just insanity because like that's what they knew how to shoot.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to look that up.
It's a good one. It's pretty out there. The title makes no sense, but it's a great movie. Wow. He just like throws it out there. She was a whore.
A hippie witch horror.
It's a witch whore. And now we're seeing, is this another couple that is like this is a today or no? Oh, okay. So this is still the flashback. That
Okay.
was her about to have sex. Okay.
Misadventure.
Misadventure. Yeah. That's what I like to call it when we throw a lady in a shed and set it on fire. It's a misadventure. Oh, so this is the little boy was her son, right?
Yes.
Okay. I bet the son is Bill Moseley.
I was gonna say it
Gotta be.
would make time wise 76.
Oh, he's dead.
He didn't explain the 9 times, did he?
They still haven't explained the 9 times. So her actual last name is Knox, and they're knocking. Okay, that kind of works. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. So now, oh, N-O-K or N-O-C-K-S. Now he's so the brother that was just talking to Robert Englund is at the cemetery, and Robbie is uh, doing some. Where is he? Really good
Some
question.
more
Is
copper.
he? He's at an abandoned house, very clearly, and he's being quiet. I'll give him that. But generally, when I'm trying to sneak around corners, I don't stick my whole head around the corner so you can see me before I even get to you.
Oh,
He sneaks in and finds somebody's wallet and takes some money. Is he at his house?
Mosley's.
Oh no, he's at Chop Top's house.
Mm.
There's two people there.
Who the hell was the other one?
Yeah, yeah, who is that second person that looks? Oh, geez. Oh, it's the mirror. So then some like creepy, spooky ghost just comes out of the mirror. Okay, I'm gonna have to change my underwear. That damn. So he like flies under the table.
Does he not realize he's there?
Has no clue he's there, even though they're. He just went under the table, right?
Yep.
Like right next to him. Oh, he passed out. So was that Natty Knocks in the mirror?
I think so. I really thought that was
Okay.
another room, though. It didn't
I
look like a
thought that
mirror.
was another room. I was like, who is this person that looks exactly like Bill Moseley?
Two
Does
of
he have
them.
a twin? Is that the twist?
That's the plot twist.
Who called M. Night Shyamalan for a plot twist? Now, the cops have pulled over Britt in her convertible. Taillights are busted and your tags are expired. Oh, so he's trying to save her by saying that she's doing him a favor from having to drive his flat bike all the way home. It's a good kid. I like
Yeah.
this guy.
Like, where's your bike at then?
Yeah, exactly. It's an A for effort though. Like
Yeah.
he really like he's trying here. Now he's gonna let him go. Okay,
Mm.
that is wow. That is like no small town cop I've ever seen in my life. He's not
No,
gonna
they would
sit
have took
there.
that car.
Seriously, they would have towed the car, at least give you a little bit of shit. Like, I could not give you a ticket, but I'm gonna give you a ticket. Like,
Right.
I've dealt with that one. You were doing 62 and a 60, and I was hiding in the bushes. So now they're having like a blow up argument thing, and now she's gonna take him home. Are you on a break?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna pause it. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
All right, we're back at 48:25 of Natty Knocks. All right, so Brian and I will be off next week. I just want to throw it out there that for those of you that have made it this far in the episode, we normally don't tell you what you're going to get to hear, but we're watching Dinosaur Prison with Marcus Massey and Maria Taylor, and it is as amazing as it sounds. Flaming swords and all. That one's pretty epic.
What's
I
it
love
called?
that one. Dinosaur Prison.
Wow.
It's literally like an Alcatraz for dinosaurs.
Okay. It sounds pretty cool though.
It's pretty badass. Now, Robert Englund is. Where is he?
That's the what's his name's house?
Bill Moseley's house, right? The police guy.
Yes.
Okay. I think this is 715 Atkinson Street, which if that it sounds like Tom Atkins, the guy that was in Halloween 3, the mask one.
Yes.
Season of the Witch.
Still, I just like him yelling, he's screaming on the phone.
Which, when I was a kid, I hated that movie. I was like, there's no Michael Myers in this. This is stupid. And then I watched it later on and was like, if you didn't call this Halloween, this is a really good movie.
Yes. I felt the same way.
Yeah, like that's the biggest problem with that movie is you called it a Halloween movie. So now, so Bill Moseley and Robert Englund know each other. Oh, so he doesn't own the house. I just picked that up.
Squatter.
He's squatting. I don't think Robert Englund thought this out very well. I'm going to go in and I'm going to confront him. And he's 20 years my junior. And he's going to fuck me up because I'm an idiot. Because I'm going to be really nice when I confront him, but he's a psychotic, crazy person. Damn, he like stabbed Robert Englund in the chest. Wow. That's it. No more Robert Englund. We got him for like 5 minutes.
Total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they can afford.
They like thinned out those 5 minutes. It's like 20 seconds here, 20 seconds here.
A little sprinkling of England.
So Bill Moseley's at work with minus the juggalo paint. And now this is Robbie's dad, who looks a lot like Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah. Does.
I mean, obviously I'm bald, but like I envy that hair, like because it's so long and wavy, but at the same time it's like, you know how much upkeep that takes?
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, he's got a process to keep it like that.
He's probably got like 4 different conditioners and then I spray the sea salt in my hair to give it lift.
Wakes up at
Like
4 so he can get done by 8.
like The Rock waking up to eat chicken.
Yeah. I've heard that with some of the bodybuilders I've seen that they'd say how they weren't getting enough calories. They'd have to wake up in the middle of the night just to
Oh yeah.
cram 1,000 calories in somewhere.
I watched one of those CrossFit games documentaries, and the guy was like, I eat 7,000 calories a day. He's like, I work out, and then it's like a workout to just keep your mass.
Yeah, it really is.
And he was eating like a bowl of chicken.
Yeah, it's just a lifestyle.
Yeah, you gotta love that, because I don't think I love that. So now, Britt, the babysitter, is telling Chop Top about the missing girl that he already knows about.
He's like, perfect.
It's like telling the murderer that I know you exist.
Yeah, there's no payphone.
This feels a little bit like kind of like Black Christmas, but if like the killer wasn't in the basement or in the attic the entire movie.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
And like a little more socially, kind of available.
He kind of looks like Farva from Super Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I see him, I'm like, that's not him, but
He kind of does. He's like a young what's his name? Ron Swanson.
yes, yeah.
He's like Ron Swanson before he hated parks.
Oh yeah. Have you seen The Last of Us?
We started watching it, and we were watching it in front of my son, and like, there's that part when like, what's her name? I can't think of her name. The one that was from Game of Thrones, like yells out "motherfucker," and we're like, okay, we can't watch this anymore.
Okay, I won't ruin it then for.
It's a really good show. It looks like they have like a solid concept there.
Oh, for sure. I liked it. I watched it all through, but I enjoyed it.
I gotta check it out. I like Pedro Pascal though.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, everything he's been in, I like so far.
But yeah, we talked to what was it after we did Blood Sucking Freaks or no Blood Sucking Bastards? We talked to who was it? Brian James O'Connell, the guy that directed Blood Sucking Bastards, and Pedro Pascal plays the bad guy in that movie, like the head vampire.
Oh, okay.
Which that's kind of like the big reveal of the movie. So I just gave the movie away to you. So I'm sorry I did that.
Oh no, you're good.
But like he said, like Pedro Pascal is like the nicest guy you will ever meet.
He seems like it. So that's pretty cool.
And he plays such great bad guys.
Yeah, he does.
So now we get a quick scene of the mom at her realtor desk. And now we're back at the house. What does the copper wire have to do with anything? That feels like such a side plot.
I want to know what happened with the phone.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like we're at like the phone territory now, not copper wire.
He never did get that phone turned back on.
My phone still doesn't work. I can send no dick pics.
It was like a track phone he had, or
it looked like it. I mean, yeah, it did look like. I mean, it's one step below a jitterbug.
a A jitterbug. Is that the senior citizen cell phone?
with the big ass buttons on it. Like, that's the thing is like I make fun of those, but like I work in a nursing home, and like half the time it's like they'll give like families will go out and buy like these big smartphones for their 70 or 80-year-old grandma, and it's like, can you just get them a jitterbug, please? Because you don't have to teach them how to use their phone.
Yeah.
And it's like I have the time, but at the same time, I'm not teaching them. I'm just going to be doing the same thing for them every time I see them
could you
because they're
bring this
never
up?
going to learn this. Yeah. So now the realtor is going around the house, and the policeman Bill Moseley sneaks up on her. Kind of like a killer would do. Is this the house she's trying to sell? That just dawned on me.
Yes. Well, it said foreclosure, right? It was.
So she can't sell a foreclosed murder house.
Yeah. It's just walking around.
I mean, because the way prices were shooting up here in the Vegas Valley when we bought our house, it's like I was at that place. It's like if I could get $140,000 or $150,000 like home makeover loan, and they're like, there was a triple murder in this house. It's like, is the blood still there? Like,
Just
I'll buy that house. Is the price good? Like, I just have a hard time believing she can't sell this house.
Right. There's somebody that'll live in it for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can find somebody desperate enough on a low enough budget. So all of these people are just having full blown conversations with the killer inside the house. Oh, geez. So I knew that was coming, and it still got me. Like, damn. So the screaming Natty Knocks ghost scares the hell out of the realtor, and now Bill Moseley is choking her out. And now we're back to watching these home video murders. Okay, so he puts a mask over his face paint.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Confusing.
I'm not going to try to figure that one out. That I'm good. So now even the kids know that something's up with this cop.
Like junior detectives.
I know, like these kids, they should be doing these investigations, not the adults, because it seems like the adults just want to like let me walk into the trap. This seems like a great idea.
Yes. Yeah, they got two of them so far.
Yeah, seriously.
Two fives.
Now it's obviously Halloween because we have trick or treaters and fully lit up houses. Oh, this is the scary house. The house that the guy was working on with the copper wire.
Okay. Yes.
And now some like weird creepy zombie guy comes out and they scream like 3 seconds too late. Like he was like full on standing there.
I like we just step back. She's got the mask on.
Now I'm pretty sure I saw Chop Top in the background. Yeah, there he is. Oh, that's why he put the mask on, so he can fit in with the haunted house. That makes so much more sense.
It does. Oh. What, his dad dime him out?
What's that?
In the criminal report he had in his phone, it was the dude's kid for the copper wire.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
His dad, oh, my kid stole it.
If he dimed at his kid, that's fucked up. After you lowballed him,
2 5.
I bet he bought it for the 25, tried to sell it for 100, got popped for selling copper wire, which I don't know how you get popped for that, but okay. I'll go with that.
Yeah. Oh, what's he at?
Wow. So so Bill Moseley kills the detective. That was like a pretty realistic, like after he gets stabbed, like the dead body move, like the slump.
Slump down.
He nailed it. That was good. Wow. Okay. He leaves the dead body in the room of the hunt. That is genius.
Yes.
Until the smell starts like wafting up, nobody is going to raise an eyebrow, and that's going to be hours later.
Did he put his arm up on him?
I think he did. That's a touch of genius right there. That's a good one. There's like one, maybe two rooms in this house, and she's like, I got lost in that house. It's like, you don't know forward and backwards? Nobody's going upstairs.
No, it's just the first floor.
It's literally the first floor, and it's a guided move. Like, how did you get? I don't know how they got lost.
Detective squares.
Now, the babysitter is now telling off Robbie. Jeez, treat your friends better next time. So now we are back at the realtor's house. Yes. These houses, they do a good job of keeping the houses looking slightly different, so you're not trying to figure out which house you're at. Wow. Okay. Yeah. This is a distinctly high school conversation here. So Rick is the is the boyfriend of Britt. I'm assuming.
Yeah, the guy in the truck.
The guy in the truck. Yeah, and she's
I forgot about him.
And the brother is basically like, Rick's a tool. She's like, he's a cute tool. It's like, yeah, but he also doesn't walk you up to your house. It's like, like, you got to think, long term. It's an acceptance letter, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say that's like, oh, that face is either I won the lottery or that's an acceptance letter. So she finds out she gets into, I guess, the college of her choice,
And did he just text her?
and the boyfriend, yeah. I bet $20 the boyfriend doesn't want her to go to the college of her choice because it's too far away from where they live now,
Okay.
or something like that.
I was thinking the Moseley killed the boyfriend.
Did
It's
Mosley
using
kill the
the phone.
boyfriend?
Well, because well, I'm just saying, I'm just guessing. I'm thinking ahead. Maybe he killed the boyfriend, and is using the phone because she went to the detective bureau, so she knows who she is.
That would make sense. That'd be a good twist. That would be a good thing to you know, not let us in on before we see it. Unlike the missing girl, I would like to, have a little more decoding on that, or a few more scenes, so I don't feel so
Right.
dumb. It's like,
What did I miss?
oh, she's tied up in the basement. Okay, got it.
Oh, he's live.
So her boyfriend is drunkenly calling her, telling her to leave her babysitting job and come over and see him. And he so graciously decides to come over and see her so they can have sex,
Yes.
not make her come to him. That's so nice of him.
He's considerate.
God, this guy's a tool. And we're back at the wood paneling house. And Lorenzo Lamas gets confronted by Bill Moseley and his he's in his police uniform with the mascara on.
Yes.
That looks psychotic. So Robbie makes a run for it. Damn, Bill Moseley just like kicked the crap out of Lorenzo Lamas' stomach.
I'm gonna see. Well,
But he says he's going to sue the cops for millions, and then Bill Moseley comes back and gets on top of him, and he's breaking his fingers. Oh my god! Did he really just say that?
it's like an '80s horror movie. I'm a bad
God,
guy.
that's like if the dude from Maniac Cop could speak. I'm a bad cop.
Did like 4 of those, didn't they? A Maniac.
3.
There's 3 of them.
There
Okay.
was supposed to be a remake by Nicholas Winding Refn, the guy that did the Driver movie with Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Which, if anybody was going to remake it, that would be the perfect guy, because he's all action, all sizzle, no story, and that would work perfect for a Maniac Cop movie. I don't need a million things explained to me with
No,
those.
with that, no.
It's this cop is evil. He's going to kill you. Commence story. Like that is those movies. So we get our scene with the child asking, "Why did God make bad people?" Like, no, they're born bad. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is wow. So she's like venturing into like full on problem of evil
Yeah.
stuff. It's like the next question she's about to ask is God real?
And then she
Like
shaves her head and
she's
joins the cult.
we join the juggalos.
She got the mask.
So Britt, like they do the "I love you," and Britt very clearly gives her the "I love you, good night." Like go to fucking sleep now.
Right.
Stop thinking about evil. Now Britt is changing to see her boyfriend. She's putting on the top that shows her chest. So is I feel like I'm getting this feeling that this is going to be their first time.
It seemed, yeah, I would think it seems like it.
There's that much buildup on that like she was doing the no game earlier, and now like she's getting all dressed up and combing her hair and all that. Now the brother is doing research on the Knox family. Called it. We got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You mean he's related? Otherwise, we would just have some weird random killer in a town where a lady got burned inside a wood building. I wonder if they're gonna do a thing where like they're about to start having sex, and she becomes the Natty Knocks surrogate,
Oh,
and we kind of like get a replayed version of the beginning.
I like that idea.
That would be that would be interesting. That would kind of like tie in the beginning a little bit. So she gets into bed and it's Bill Moseley. So gross. Ew. Okay, this is so much better than my idea.
Your idea was good though.
That was good, but like this, I wasn't ready for this. So Bill Moseley tases her as he's holding her. I mean, that's brave. Because aren't you like shocking yourself too?
I think he had like one of those cheap, like the Joker taser.
Oh, okay. So now Bill Moseley's going around the house looking for people. My only disappointment with Bill Moseley in this movie is we don't get like the Bill Moseley like the chop top voice. You know,
Right.
like the Bill Moseley yell. he's playing this very muted. It works. It's just like I always want to hear that.
They didn't pay him enough for it. In the contract, she's like, "You're not getting my voice."
Yeah, because I've heard it in other movies, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what I was waiting for. So he's looking for the boys. Oh no, the brother and the sister. And he is dragging Britt down the stairs and banging her head on the stairs. Ow. And she is knocked out. Okay, yeah. So those are super fucking hard stairs.
Oh yeah.
She is out. So he's gonna take her back to his place. She wakes up in the trunk screaming.
Oh shit.
And is that her boyfriend?
Yes.
With his throat slit. Damn. So now the brother and Robbie are have decided to go get him with their baseball bats. And we're back at the 8mm. And here's that's the girl from the beginning, right?
That looks like the mom.
Is that the mom? He's gonna come in super aggressive. Keep it down. Like, he comes in and he's literally like, I know you're Natty Knocks. You hear me, motherfucker? Like, bring it down.
Little surprise.
Yeah, a little bit of surprise. Just wait till you get downstairs before you start getting loud.
Yeah.
And he sees you. Give yourself a chance. And Robbie and his dad, Lorenzo Lamas, are there. So he survived, but looks like he got hit in the head pretty hard.
Taped up his broken fingers.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the movies he's watching star his mom. The B movies she made. Okay, this is all tying together. This when everything starts to make sense, this is actually is like this is a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
It seems like, you know, all the through lines were thought about. It just takes a little bit of interpretation. I just don't know if I would go into somebody's house and start narrating their entire life for them,
Right.
because especially if you're dealing with like a psychotic serial killer, that might piss them off,
Yeah.
and they're going to try to fight you now a lot harder. And this is why you don't be loud, because now he sneaks up behind the brother, but the brother gets the upper hand. Wow. Damn. And then and then Bill Moseley, Abner Honeywell's, like he gets the bat and starts beating up the brother. Yeah, that is the mom. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, he just put her in a blonde wig. No, he's put a knife to Brit's throat and forced her to watch these B horror films. This guy's ahead of his time. This is one way to get guests for a podcast right here.
Keep watching it.
Keep watching. He's like sniffing the mom's wig hair. Okay, yeah, I can watch a lot of stuff, but if you're gonna stare me in the eyes from a movie, come on. Ugh, it's making my skin crawl. She's still staring. Oh my god. So he's saying his mom lives inside of him. Jeez, we love to throw that word around.
She's telling the child. There it goes.
It seems natural when everybody else calls her a whore. When he says it, like if he loves her, that's a weird way to tell your mom you love her.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a really complicated relationship.
That's what happens when you're under the bed.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that part. Maybe I'm like mentally blocking it out because that was just completely wrong. Wow. So he looks up to like the roof, and then all of a sudden this like black smoke spirit comes out of him, and it's Natty Knocks. Okay, that's scary as hell.
Yeah. So she was literally inside him.
Okay, he was not making that up. That wasn't hyperbole.
No.
No, the house is like is the basement's on fire. So the house is about to burn up, basically. Because if it takes 8 hours to get somebody out for a domestic call, I don't know how long it's going to take the fire department to get out there either.
Day and a half.
We had to save some puppies and some kittens from trees. We'll be with you shortly.
We're down 2 cops already.
Wow, this is some amazing response time. They stopped the house fire. Okay. Good job, guys. So now we get the like the post house murder scene. Did we see what happened to Bill Moseley's character?
No.
He just kind of became inconsequential as soon as Natty Knocks left his body.
Like, oh, he's done.
He's the vessel.
But where'd she go?
That is a really good question. Maybe it was like one of those like we can afford Bill Moseley for one movie. So like if we can move him to a different body or move her to a different body in the next movie, that would be great.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
So like she escaped the house, right? And her clothes were in the house.
Yeah.
But she's still walking around in the sexy nurse costume that he put her in. I I mean, I know these two things aren't equal, but it's like I get off work, I take off my work clothes because I don't like them anymore.
Right. You
But
don't
it's
want to walk
like
in your own house.
this is a whole other level where like the you know like somebody put knocked you out and put clothes on you and you don't take them off.
Yeah, that'd be like one of the first things.
I would think so. Now these two girls are in front of the mirror in blonde wigs, getting all dolled up like Natty Knocks. Are they possessed by her?
They look like they might be in some type of train. I was at the book.
Yeah. She's got some evil look on her face. Somebody's trying to get her to open the door. Oh, it's Robbie. Okay. He's going under the bed.
Nope. That's kind of creepy.
That was creepy. And then everything goes dark. Now we're back at the crucified scarecrow from the beginning. Wow.
I thought they were going to go in and she was going to come out from under the bed.
Yeah, but I do like that like small, subtle, like nice touch to it. That it's like it's simple.
Yeah.
It kind of works.
Leaving it open for a sequel.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a break real quick, and we'll be right back with some final thoughts on Natty Knocks. All right, we're back with final thoughts on Natty Knocks. Well, Matt, what did you think about this movie?
I really liked it, especially as it got towards the end. It just got better and better for me. I do think that there were you made some good points. Like it was kind of confusing, maybe like the missing girl. Like did I thought I missed something, and it just got better towards the end. I think I like the kill scene with the cop in
That
the
was
haunted
great.
house. I really like that a lot. And like it just really all came together at the end, like right towards the end, the last part of the movie.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of like it's for me it's like 75% of a great movie. Like we're at good and we can get to great if all of these concepts are kind of like baked in from the beginning. But I
Yeah,
don't feel like that was there. Maybe it was there like in the writer's head at the beginning. But they don't flesh out, you know, like because we get the missing girl, but then we don't really see the missing girl. And then you look at the poster and you're not putting the missing girl with the poster.
right,
So in that moment, it's supposed to, like you're supposed to recognize it. I kind of feel like, and it's kind of like my complaint with the Black Phone, where you see all these missing kids, but I've never met these missing kids. I don't know who they are, so I can't emotionally connect with any of them,
right.
even though you've given me their 2 minute blurb backstory, like in that movie, and I kind of felt like there was a lot of those missed opportunities where you could have tied the pieces together a little better. And when I see it, that impact moment hits the way it should. And it
Yeah,
just didn't do it for me.
yeah. You kind of have to make your own assumptions. Like, is that who that is? And
And we had like a couple people that were similar looking because it's
yeah,
like with Danielle Harris, you put a wig on her, she looks like the girl in the movie, and I'm like, wait, how did she get out of the movie?
yeah, yeah. A little confusing, I think, at certain points.
But I did like, I mean I do feel like it this does feel like a very like classic type of Halloween-esque kind of film where it's gore but it's not too much gore. It's like you get a stab wound and that kind of does it. If you get a really gory kill, it's more like post gore as opposed to in the moment.
Right.
Which I mean that's fine, that works, and it's like, but I mean, for me, the gorier the better. I'll always lean there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
I kind of wish we had gotten a more classic Bill Moseley though, but I'll say that every time.
Yeah,
I watch Bill Moseley movies to watch Bill Moseley act like Bill Moseley.
exactly. I think it was all the budget; they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, and it's like we didn't get the Bill Moseley shriek. We didn't get the high pitched it's like strangled voice
Yeah, not at
that
all.
he yeah, like not at all. Like he has maybe like 5 lines in the entire movie.
If yeah, he didn't say much.
He's a great physical actor though, because I kind of feel like you always know what he's thinking in what he's doing.
And Robert Englund didn't have too much either. I mean,
Oh no, he
it's like
didn't. He had like
minutes.
5 minutes total in the entire movie. And it's like that scene that he has in the realtor's office almost feels like um the professor scene in Urban Legend.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's what it felt like to me, that he plays creepy so well in the way he's asking you questions. You have no idea what he's intending by what he's asking,
right.
but it's fun. It works.
Just naturally creepy.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like having all three of them, it didn't feel like any one of them overpowers the movie. And you
No,
get,
that's pretty even.
yeah, like you get a lot of the kids, and the kids don't feel like secondary characters.
No. Mm-mm.
They're great. They do a great job. I
Did it
just kind of feel
get a
like
low
that
rating?
whole. Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no. Did it get a low rating though? The movie?
I
overall.
haven't checked. Um, I know that like some of the reviews I've read are less than complimentary for this movie. That they
Uh,
just did not like it. Which, yeah, now that you have, or now that you mention it,
it's definitely better than I expected.
40% on
So,
Rotten Tomatoes and a 4.2 on IMDb.
oh,
I mean, for a horror movie, that's above board. That's above average. Because traditionally people hate horror.
yeah, it usually gets pretty low ratings.
Yeah, which I mean, I've heard as far as like the like changing, the performance kind of thing. I've heard similar things. Like if you've ever watched, there's a movie Black Friday,
Hmm.
um, where Bruce Campbell is in that movie, and he plays kind of like the anti Ash.
Okay.
Like, I mean, maybe not intentionally, but he's kind of like he's very fatherly, like the like his sales team is like his um is like his family, and he's very reserved in that one, and then he has like this moment at the end where he's heroic, um and kind of like you get a little bit of Ash at the end.
Okay.
And I had talked to Casey Tebow, the director of that movie, and he mentioned that it was an intentional thing to kind of like dial it back,
People weren't expecting it
and
as
then
far as
kind of, yeah, like, and he had said that the entire plan was just to keep it dialed back the entire time and never bring it out. But then
oh,
Bruce had asked him, in this last part, I want to try to save everybody, because he felt like it would work for the character,
okay.
just to give people a little bit. And in this one, we don't get any of it with Bill Moseley,
No. Yeah, I wonder if it
and
was, I'm sure it's intentional.
yeah, it's intentional. But I almost feel like a little bit robbed. Like, at least give me a little bit.
Because you're expecting it. When you see him
Yeah,
going into it, you're like, okay, I should be getting out of this.
but maybe it's like Bill Moseley's just like at this point in his career, he's like, "Fuck, everybody wants Chop Top." It's like, I don't want to do Chop Top anymore.
Right. That's kind of like Bruce Campbell doesn't want to do Ash anymore.
Yeah, which
He
is
said he's done.
why, yeah, like they did the new movie, and it's like he's not even in it.
Nope. He said he wants to do, I think, stuff that he's been working on, like his own projects.
Yeah,
Did
which
you like the new one?
it was okay. I mean, it's fun. Like for me, I don't know. Like when I associate Evil Dead, I associate a cabin, not like a luxury high rise
Right.
apartment. Like it was a little weird. It's hard to get past that. I love the character development. I think it all works. It doesn't feel like Evil Dead to me.
Right. Something different.
It's different though. It's a big swing. I like a big swing.
What was the other one? Was it? It was just Evil Dead, right? The remake.
Oh yeah, the one with Mia.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
like that one.
Yeah, that one was really good.
That's the thing. I know that there are people that are on both sides of the fence about that movie for the simple fact that first one is very heavy story, and then the Fede Alvarez one is very heavy. Kind of how do I say it? Like it looks really good,
Right.
and I like that a lot. And that's the thing. Like if I could marry those two movies together,
Perfect.
they'd be the perfect movie.
Yeah, agreed.
Because you have all those amazing physical effects, like she grabs the floor and gets drugged back and her fingernails fall off, and it's like it's creepy, it's wonderful, it's chef's kiss.
Yes. Oh,
But yeah, like with this one, I kind of feel like it, if you had tied the story a little tighter, I'm there. It's great. Right now it's good. Like I would definitely watch a second one.
Yeah, like you said, it's like 75% there.
Yeah.
Overall.
Like I would totally watch the second one. I would like if they went back and kind of just like tightened up the parts that weren't working. The second one would be amazing.
I wonder. Let me see. I'm sure they're going to do another one. Let's see.
I'm not sure.
I kind of wondering because I've seen. That's why I was expecting the Natty Knocks come out from underneath the bed.
Oh yeah,
because there's some videos on YouTube my kid was watching, and it's under the bed with that type of makeup, and it's like a lady laughing like creepily under the bed, and
okay,
that's why I thought it could look exactly like that. I'm like, it's gonna come out, but it didn't happen.
That would have worked.
And he keeps watching, and I thought maybe that's why. Something new.
Yeah, I mean, no, this one was a lot of fun. This was, I mean, the thing is, like, I enjoyed it. I'll admit, I get more enjoyment out of the lower budgets. Just because, like, I feel the passion in those, and I kind of feel like with this one, it being a higher budget, your ability to take chances is probably a little less.
Right.
So you can't have like a crazy off the wall ending. You can't have weird moments. You can't have that kind of stuff. And so that's more or less what I'm used to with what we talk about and what we cover. But this one was, yeah, this was definitely, I think this would be, I'd be excited for a sequel.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like I said, way better than I expected just from the name and reading what it was about. I definitely.
Yeah. Well, ready to close this one out?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I mean, if you want to plug your stuff one more time before we head out?
Yep. Website is amongtheshadowspodcast.com. And you can listen right on the website. And then there is links to our social media.
Yeah, you guys have a really good podcast. It's like, I mean, definitely, I mean, I don't, I'm not a big cryptids person, but the fact that you guys go into like deeper, more personal stuff is an appeal to me. And I think that it does set you guys apart.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully we start working on some more episodes and get more out there.
Definitely, yeah, you guys should. I mean, you guys have something that I would say that not a lot of other podcasts that do like the supernatural and the cryptids and stuff like that would have.
Yeah, I think the personal stories kind of hit home with a lot of people that maybe have had like similar situations, so they kind of relate more to it.
Definitely. Well, yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I really had a good time. This was really fun.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. This podcast is available on all major podcast networks and YouTube. If you like what you're hearing, please follow, like, and subscribe to us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.